The crystalline spires of Zethera Prime reflected the dying light of three suns as Marcus Chen stood before the Empress of 1,000 worlds. Her chitinous form towered 12 feet above him, iridescent plates shifting through colors that had no names in any human language. 6 eyes, each the size of his fist, regarded him with an intensity that would have sent most diplomats fleeing. "You understand what you are offering, human?" Her voice resonated through chamber translators, but also directly in his mind. A courtesy extended only to those she deemed worthy of true communication. Marcus nodded slowly. "I understand, Your Radiance. Your daughters have vanished. Your royal guard lies dead. Your advisors counsel war against the Kreth Collective. And you—" He paused, choosing his words carefully. "You believe there is a traitor within your own court." The Empress's mandibles clicked, a sound Marcus had learned meant approval. 3 weeks ago, he'd been nothing more than a cultural liaison, a minor functionary in humanity's newest embassy on Zethera Prime. Then the princesses disappeared, and the universe shifted. "My sisters think I am weak for seeking human aid," she said, her mental voice carrying notes of both exhaustion and steel. "They say humans are soft, short-lived, incapable of understanding the depths of Zetheran loyalty." "They're not entirely wrong," Marcus admitted. "We are short-lived. We're soft compared to your people, but we're also survivors, Your Radiance. We've spent our entire history being underestimated." The Empress moved closer, her massive form eerily silent despite her bulk. "You would stand between me and assassins? You who could be crushed beneath my smallest limb?" "Yes. Why?" Marcus thought of his daughter back on Earth. 7 years old, gap-toothed smile, obsessed with drawing pictures of aliens she'd never met. He thought of the promise he'd made to himself, that he would build bridges, not walls. That humanity's first generation among the stars would be remembered for their courage, not their cowardice. "Because it's the right thing to do," he said simply. "And because I've seen you with your people, Your Radiance. I've watched you resolve disputes with wisdom, comfort the grieving with genuine compassion. The galaxy needs leaders like you. Your daughters need their mother." Something shifted in those alien eyes. A decision made. "Then you shall be my shadow, Marcus Chen of Earth. But know this, if you are the traitor, if this is some elaborate human deception, I will personally ensure your species never forgets the price of betrayal." "Understood, Your Radiance." The next 72 hours tested every limit Marcus didn't know he had. The Empress never slept. Her species required only brief rest periods every 9 days. He sustained himself on stimulants and sheer determination, always 3 steps behind her massive form, always scanning, always watching. He learned to read the subtle tension in her guards' carapaces, the micro-hesitations that suggested uncertainty. He memorized the scent signatures of every courtier who approached. He studied Zetharen body language with an obsession that would have alarmed his academy instructors. On the 2nd day, he stopped an assassination attempt. A serving drone, its programming corrupted, rolled toward the Empress with enough explosive material to vaporize the eastern wing. Marcus's human reflexes, evolved for throwing spears and dodging predators, saw the slight irregularity in its movement. He tackled the Empress, all 12 feet and 800 pounds of her, shoving her behind a support pillar as the blast turned the throne room into a crater. When the smoke cleared, the Empress stared at him with something approaching wonder. "You moved faster than my guards." "Different nervous system," Marcus wheezed, checking himself for injuries. "Evolution optimized us for quick reactions. Comes from being prey animals who got really, really good at not dying." "Prey animals," she repeated, the concept clearly fascinating to a species that had been apex predators for millennia. On the 3rd day, Marcus found the traitor. It wasn't a courtier or a guard. It was the Empress's own sister, 3rd mother of the Western continents, who believed the Empress too soft for the coming wars. The princesses weren't dead. They were hidden, leveraged to force abdication. Marcus presented his evidence with shaking hands, knowing that if he was wrong, humanity's reputation would be destroyed forever. Video feeds, chemical traces, intercepted communications. The methodical, plodding investigation techniques humans had developed over centuries of solving crimes. The Empress listened in silence. Then she stood, and her mental voice carried the weight of civilizations. "Bring me my daughters." The confrontation was brief and brutal. Third Mother, confronted with undeniable proof, confessed. The princesses were returned unharmed from their safe house. The Empress's judgment was swift. Exile for her sister, dissolution of her territories, her name struck from the book of lineages. As Third Mother was led away, she paused before Marcus. "You are either the bravest fool in the galaxy or the most dangerous," she clicked in crude basic, refusing mental contact. "Just a man doing his job," Marcus replied. "No," the Empress said, her mental voice now gentle. "You are proof that courage is not measured in size or lifespan, but in the willingness to stand when others would flee." She turned to her assembled court, dozens of species watching with thousands of eyes. "Let it be known across all worlds, humanity is recognized as a protector species. They may be small, they may be brief, but they are mighty where it matters, in the heart." Marcus Chen, cultural liaison, accidental bodyguard, exhausted human, allowed himself a small smile. Then he fainted, his stimulant-fueled energy finally depleted. When he woke in the medical wing, the Empress's youngest daughter, barely 6 feet tall and impossibly young, sat vigil beside his bed. In halting English, she whispered, "Thank you for saving Mother. Thank you for teaching us that strength comes in many forms." Marcus thought of his own daughter and the story he would tell her when he got home, how humanity had earned its place among the stars not through conquest or wealth, but through simple, stubborn courage. "You're welcome, Princess," he said. That's just what humans do. Outside the medical wing, 3 suns set on Zathera Prime, and across the embassy district, flags from 100 worlds flew at half-mast in honor of the royal guards who had fallen. But above them all, flying highest, was a new banner, blue and green, representing a small planet whose people had just proven they belonged among the infinite stars. Humanity had arrived, and the galaxy would never be quite the same.